Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 1, Episode 5. I'm glad to be there for Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm into a better mood than last time that I saw you for this show. That's great, that's better also for how I'm gonna appreciate it. When I think about it, you know, when I think about how I reacted to the last episode, clearly I was right to tell you in intro that I was into a bad mood because the tears that I had during the last episode, I'm not so sure that they were well deserved, you know, like I cried for characters that we didn't know before this episode, that we're not gonna have again, that like, okay, that was an emotional moment, but that much to cry for them, I'm not so sure. Today, normally I'm gonna be into a usual emotional state, which means that for me, you know that I'm an emotional person, so it can happen really quick, but not as quick as what happened during the last episode. Also, I prefer to say it because of my outfit. It's really hot today in France, and for 3 more days it's gonna be really hot, like we are gonna have the translation of that in English. Des températures sahariennes. I said it with really a Miss voice, you know, like Miss Meteo voice. Like I'm giving you the stuff. Oh, stop. Like it's really hot today in France. That's why I have this outfit, and that's why also the lights, all of that, like I'm dealing with it as I can. I prefer to warn you. Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi, episode 5. We're close to the end. That's disturbing me a little because we still have a lot of things to do. I mean, I have the impression that we have a lot of things to do because they opened a lot of doors for the characters, for their evolutions, for what needs to be done before closing that spin-off, but at the same time we know that we're not gonna resolve everything right there. We know that we resolved stuff into the trilogies, into the movies, so I don't know how and when, you know, into the chronology they're gonna end things really. What I want for this show, you know, for the end of it, how they're gonna close stuff, I want more. I said it during the review of the last episode, I want more for Obi-Wan, for his mood, you know, for the fact that he was so not desperate, but he had no hope, no faith anymore. He was lost with himself, you know, he forgot who he was really focused on that mission, keeping an eye on Luke, and he was not doing anything else. And he had all of that thing, you know, about feeling guilty about what happened to Anakin and about this fight and about the situation, but he forgot also to be a Jedi, to protect people, to use also the Force. So many things around that, like his nightmares also, like also his mentor that he's trying to reach. Like, it's a door that they opened during the first episode, and I have the impression that since that first episode we have that into each episode, but each time it's like a 5 seconds thing, you know, it's not a real scene, it's something into one scene which is related to that. I would want a real entire scenes for that. I would want him to think about it, to express more stuff about it. I want more for his character and also for his development. We saw that he's beginning to understand that he needs to find the way, that he needs to find his face, you know, again. He knows now how to use the Force again, that it's a process, like he's at the middle of it. But it's different, you know, to do it and to talk about it, and I'm glad that he's doing it, but I would want him to talk about it for real. It's such an important part for me for this show because the main character Obi-Wan, it's the name of the show, so we need to have things about himself. And really, they created that during the first episode, so we need to have that during the entire show. We'll see how it's gonna happen, how it's gonna end. I'm not so worried, you know. I'm saying that I want it, but I'm not frustrated to not have it into the last episode. And I'm not worried, I think that I'm gonna have it during the next ones. Like, this show is so well done for how it's written. They are really clever with it. They are clever enough, you know, to make episodes, to cut their episodes like that. For me, this show, this spin-off of only one season, it's really like a big movie that they cut into episodes, and that's why some are really long and some are really short. And it's not annoying me at all, because I think that it's a good way to do it. If you want to make a spin-off show of one season, it's a good way to do it, to not create false cliffhangers, to not play with the viewers for no reasons, to not create scenes which are not really necessary. Like, they are really doing the stuff that they want as they want it, and it's great, it's really great. Since we discovered Darth Vader, in English it's Darth Vader, since we had him on screen, they are amplifying, you know, the stuff, the musics, and, you know, going for more epic stuff, which is great. And we're gonna continue to have him for the next episodes, because now they have a way to follow Obi-Wan and Leia. So we're gonna have surely fights between ships, you know, a big fight. Like, for now we had some moments of actions and some fights, but it was between people, between some characters, not really between sides of the story with ships, with big guns and stuff like that. So I think that we're gonna have that. It's gonna be cool. It's also something that we love into Star Wars, so it's gonna be cool to see that also into Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I don't know if at some point we're gonna have, you know, that meeting between Leia and Darth Vader. Surely I'm not the only one who wants it, but at the same time, for the movies, for the trilogies, for, like I'm saying each time, the story, the big story, the sacred story, would it be logical for them to meet? I said it during the last episode, I don't want them to meet, not really, but at least to cross each other, like, I don't know, something like that. It would be, you know, a moment like that for the viewers, for the fans, and even if they are not talking to each other, they are not really facing each other, just that moment, and, you know, slow motion during that moment or something like that, the fans, the viewers, we would be like, that's us, you know, something like that. It would be fun, at least. We'll see if we're gonna have that. And for sure, Obi-Wan is gonna have to meet Darth Vader again into this episode. We'll see. You know, to face him for real. We'll see. I would want also to have old friends, old allies to come at some point. It's great to have new characters, but new allies, it would be cool. About the new characters, I think also that we're gonna know the story around Reeva before the end. They created her with a certain background, so we need to explore it at some point. I think that she was one of the students, you know, one of the Jedi students, and maybe, you know, she's mad at the Jedis because she thinks that they gave up on her, on all of the other students, they didn't protect them enough. Maybe she's mad at Obi-Wan in particular because of what happened with Anakin. I think that she was the one at the beginning of the first episode, so it would be cool at some point to have the answer about that, but again, I think that we're gonna have it. About her, I said it during the last episode when they managed to escape like that, just in front of her, like it was the case also during the first time that Obi-Wan and her they met. You can't do that each time, you know. Already during the last episode it was a little illogical with all of the people present that no one thought about taking a ship to follow them directly, like she didn't give her plan to anyone during that moment. it was only after that, facing Darth Vader, that she said her plan. So is it really logical for no one to react during a moment like that? I'm not so sure, so don't do that each time. Like, it worked well the first time, it was only her. Right there, a lot of persons were around her, so it's not working that much and it's already a repetition. Don't do that again, you know, to explain the fact that they didn't catch Obi-Wan. You can't do that each time. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have these episodes earlier, 1 day sooner, and with extended or full reaction parts. To be totally honest, for now I only put extended reaction part. Full reaction parts, it's really when I'm reacting a lot, when I can't cut into the episode, when really I want to share everything with you. Each time I'm telling you into the description if you have to expect the extended or the full reaction part. And yes, I'm giving you these advantages on my Patreon to encourage you to join me if you want to support me. Even if it's just for 1 month, you know, it's already appreciated. I'm a little reactor. So if you can, let's go for this episode 5. Lola, you're betraying us. I said it each time, that opening credit, it's... We're into it, you know. We're back.
Ah, there you are.
Flashback? A flashback?
Then maybe I stand more of a chance this time. Are you ready? Then let's begin.
Why? You're putting a flashback right there? Why? Oh, and he remembers, not Obi-Wan. You regret your friendship with Obi-Wan?
The tracker worked. He's arriving on Beam as we speak.
You have done well, Neil.
You're gonna have a promotion? I'm still disturbed by this memory.
Inquisitor.
I said it, we're gonna have fights. They followed you, all of that. I'm not surprised. That's very soon.
We got it.
That you lost one of you. And all of you are in danger right now.
Archer, what are you doing here?
I had nowhere else to go. Now I'm watching by the Empire.
You were sincere. I'm sorry I misjudged you.
This place is a good business opportunity, though.
So we get all these people out of here, I'll do whatever you want. They've been waiting for months. We used a no trade route to get them out with the windows closing. We held it to help you get the kid.
You want to put them all into that ship? They're gonna die.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
They're gonna think that Obi-Wan is inside.
All right, let's hurry it up.
No?
My lord, we're approaching Beam.
Lock down the facility.
Lola! You're not just watching stuff, Lola, you're gonna also do something wrong? Obi-Wan. Lola!
We surrender, you'll kill us all.
He'll attack next. He has no patience for siege.
How do you know?
He knows him.
Grow too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master.
Why, you're good.
Ah. Oh, the fact that you remember that, Anakin, now. A fight with him as friends, but with you beginning to have that hate.
We just need to hold them off long enough to get you all out. Broken, How much time do you need to override the doors?
3-4 hours.
You have one.
You
Everyone
really
else,
think
we're gonna
they
lock
can
down
escape
every other
safely?
exit. If we defend our position together, then by the time they get inside, we'll be gone.
The fact that I don't have a lot of hope. Really? No negotiation, no discussion. How's music, guys? So good!
It's a heavy gun. We're trying to blast through the outside door.
That was underwhelming. I don't need your opinion.
Oh.
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the things. Would you like to try?
I'm going to need a ladder.
You trust me? I trust her.
Mm.
Get to the ladder. Be careful.
Sweetie.
Archer, will you keep your eye on her?
I am not a babysitter, Beth.
I have to go.
It was not a question. Are you gonna find Lola? And the mess that she made?
If he's found you, if he's learned of the children,
He doesn't know.
I'll head to touch with you. I pray you're safe, Obi-Wan. Both of you.
You're a good man.
Is everything alright? It will be.
You know that they are attacking you, right?
There were 4 families, all force sensitive. 14 people died, 6 of them were children, and I couldn't do anything to help them.
That's when you decided to...
So now I do this. One for everyone I get through.
Tell her.
You're right, Ben.
I hope that you're gonna survive.
Some things you can't forget, but you can fight to make them better.
I don't know how long it's gonna hold.
We're going to have to slow them down.
Oh,
Tell the Inquisitor I want to talk.
she's there only for you. Maybe we're gonna finally know what is happening between the two of you. Why that desire of revenge?
What Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was.
She was one of the students.
Vader would have kept that hidden. And you were too young to have known him. Unless you were there.
It doesn't matter where I'm at.
But not
Yes, it
before
matters.
6. You were a young Anakin killed the others.
That's enough.
We killed the other younglings. but
Enough.
Somehow
Enough!
We knew it! The first episode.
I thought he was here to help us.
You really thought that? How
I
did,
was too weak.
how did you think that?
When he left, I played dead. Felt them go cold. They were the only family I knew. And he slaughtered them.
But you joined him!
you're not serving him. Let me help you.
Why would I ever trust you?
Because we want the same thing.
Do you really want Anakin dead? Where were you? While he was killing my friends.
We said that she was mad at you because of that.
Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us?
Oh, you're facing your mistakes and
I don't
the consequences of it.
You won't stop him alone.
You have no idea what I've done alone.
She wants to go after Darth Vader alone? We know that she didn't succeed, which means that she's gonna die.
Leia, we gotta hurry! He said it was a red breaker. Red.
I know what he said.